Greetings once again. This is Brother Teacher. I don't know how many of you still have your biological parents still living. If you do have your mother and father still around, then you can count yourself as very fortunate. And I am fortunate that my mother is still living, and I just finished talking to her not too long ago. Now, one thing I've noticed about the older generation, um, and that is that they can be very pig-headed and stubborn when it comes to doing virtually anything, especially when it comes to their health. Uh, this is true even with my own mom. For years, my mother has always known that I have been health conscious and into holistic uh, medicine and other homeopathic remedies as opposed to conventional medicine, as it were. And my mother has always, for the most part, been a believer in her doctor. You know, my doctor said this, my doctor suggested this, and my doctor said I should do this, and I need to talk to my doctor. Well, here in the past several years, I should say, uh, my mother's had some health issues that have been a great concern both to her and even myself. And I deduced it a long time ago to what is indicative with most of us with health conditions, and it's the fact that we live in a toxic environment. And we breathe toxins in, we uh, ingest or eat toxic foods, foods that have been denatured, things that have, or foods, I should say, that have chemicals and preservatives and they are processed. They were never intended for human consumption. So I know you hear me rant on about this over and over in many videos, but it's okay because it's the truth anyway. Well, anyway, I was talking to my mom and she had this concern about a week or so ago that she might have to have dialysis treatments because her kidney levels were low and then they had decreased even more. And not too long ago, when she was scheduled to have a procedure to test her kidneys, uh, sort of invasive procedure, I will add, they canceled the appointment for some reason. And then she made an attempt to contact them, and then the nurse that was responsible for conveying the information from the doctor was not available. So she was really, really pleased, and she felt that that must have been God talking to her. And it's not necessary, or she didn't want to actually have the procedure because they have, uh, how should I say, for lack of a better expression, they have used her as a guinea pig for quite some time now over the years. And my mother know I have been telling her this and preaching this to her for many years, you know, to start trying to get back to natural holistic ways or means of recovering her body back to its original homeostasis state. So my mother's been listening to me is the point that I'm getting at. And I'm so happy that my mother is serious about her health. She appears to be, at least. So today, as I was talking to her, she was telling me when I suggested what she should do to cleanse her liver and her kidneys, she said, "Are you ready to do it now?" I said, "No, just give me a moment. I'll prepare everything for you. And I need you to be, you know, sincere and be consistent about it. And hopefully your kidney levels will go back up because our bodies are toxic from many years of abuse, from medications, pharmaceutical drugs, if you will, and from poisons in the air and things we put on our body that contains carcinogenic uh, com- uh, particles or carcinogenic, I think you know what I'm saying, carcinogenic, which are cancer causing agents, in other words. So we need to get away from things that are synthetic and unnatural when it comes to this. This is our physical organic body. And as I've stated many times before, you need to put organic things on and in this organic temple. It's just that simple. So my mother's encouraged now that we're going to start a detox for her expeditiously. So starting tomorrow, she's going to be pushing towards a greater health condition. without the invasive procedures of being cut on and then putting stents in your body and all of these other invasive procedures that they do in the medical industry that are not natural and they were never intended to be. Now, let me say this before I leave. I want everyone to understand that I am not saying that doctors don't have a place. They most definitely do have a place in that particular conventional medicine, because if I or you, I'm sure, were in a bad car wreck and you needed emergency medical help at that time, I want to have that emergency medical help. But the point is that I'm trying to drive home to you and everyone else that's dear to me is this: you don't want to be on medicine or medication for the rest of your natural life on this earth, because ultimately it's going to cause other conditions. Your body was intended to heal itself naturally, but what makes it complex for your body to heal itself is when you put things in your body that are not natural to your body. And I hope you understand that. All that really is common knowledge and common sense, really. So if you have any further questions, any concerns about health at all, feel free to please leave a comment in the comment sections below. And this is Brother Teacher. As always, I love you and Yahweh love you. I'll see you in the next video. So long.